I got stones in my passway. My road seems dark at night. I got stones in my passway. Yeah, all my road seems dark at night. I got pains in my heart. Oh, she's taking my appetite. And I got a bird to whistle. Yeah, I've got a bird to sing. Yes, I got a bird to whistle. Oh, I got a bird to sing. Yeah, that woman I've been loving, Lord, she don't mean a thing. And my enemies have betrayed me, and they've overtaken poor Hal at last. Yes, my enemies have betrayed me, they've overtaken poor Hal at last. Well, there's one thing certain, Lord, they all have stones in my past. And I got 3 legs to run, no, please, please don't block my road. Yes, I've got 3 legs to truck home, oh, please don't block my road. Well, I've been feeling shamed about my rider, but I'm booked and I got to go. Yeah. Hey everybody, today's tutorial is all about Robert Johnson's Stones in My Passway. Now, of course, he's playing a 6-string guitar and he's using a slide, and we're going to use our ukulele. This is my tenor barnwood ukulele by Fred Casey. See the link below if you want to find out more about Fred Casey's work. It's a beautiful instrument. I've got it plugged into my friend Karen Moran's Bose L1 PA system. That's how you're hearing it, because it is, and of course, an electric ukulele. And I've also included down below, and in the link right below, you'll see here the transcription for Robert Johnson's Stones in My Passway that we're using today. All right, so get your ukuleles out, get tuned up, and let's go. So the song starts with a simple introduction, which is also the turnaround that we're going to be using most of the time in the performance of the song. There will be a variation on the turnaround, but it is very much the same. It starts out with us plucking with a hammer-on, where we pluck the open C string, and then we immediately hammer down our index finger on fret 1, so we get this sound. And then we pluck the open A string, so we get this sound, right? And then immediately we move into the turnaround. The turnaround is really quite simple. We start with our ring finger on the 3rd fret of the E string, and we're going to go down from the 3rd fret to the 2nd fret to the 1st fret to open, and we're going to do it by plucking the E and the A string together. So we've got this, then we add that 3rd fret, 2 beats on the 2nd fret, 2 beats on the 1st fret, and open. And the last notes is a slide on the E string from around the 4th fret. You want to grab it to slide up to the 5th, and then you're going to grab the E string and the A string on the 4th fret and the 3rd fret, and you're going to hit it and immediately slide it up to 5 and 4. So it'll sound like, so altogether that turnaround sounds like this. Now you have a couple different ways you can play this. I've been using a pluck method a lot of times, so I'm just using my ring finger and my middle finger on my right hand to pluck those 2 strings. And to make sure I don't get any extra sound, I'm dropping my thumb on the C strings and my palm on the G string. So the only 2 strings that can ring are the ones I'm plucking. And that follows right through to plucking these. But the other thing you can do is you can actually backstroke those. So you can keep your ring finger and brush it backwards across again, using your thumb to mute the G string and the C string by locking it on the C string like that. Here, get a closer look at that. That's kind of what I'm doing. All right? So that's their turnaround. Now the verse of the song is just, the progression is in A. It's A, D7, and E7 that we use. This is what's known as a fast 4, which means it changes to the 4 chord, which is our D7 chord, on the second measure of the blues instead of staying on A7 for 4 bars, pardon me. So it goes, you know, if without playing all the riffs. Stones in my passway, and my road seems dark at night. And I got stones in my passway. Oh, my road seems dark at A7. And I got pains in my heart. Oh, she's taking my appetite. And that's essentially the song. Now for the riff, what we're doing on that first bar of the progression, so that's the verse starting at A7, it'd be bar 3 when you're looking at the tab if you've downloaded that. We're going to do a really simple riff where we're going to take our middle finger here, our salute finger, we're going to slide it from the 3rd fret up to the 4th fret in a series of couplets. It's going to go 1 and 2 and 3 and, so. And again, I'm doing the plucking method when I play that. There we have this pull-off riff where and we're making the changeover. So we got, and the pull-off is the same as the hammer-on but in reverse. So we start with the index finger on that 1st fret, we pluck it and pull off to release the open fret below it. And at that point we immediately, once we've changed that, we go into our D7 chord, which is the nice 2-finger D7. That's the one where you cover the 2nd fret on the G string and the 2nd fret on the E string and leave the other ones open. And what we're going to do is this nice riff where we hit 1 beat of that and then we mute it with our hands. So it's the chunk strum is what you want to think of that as. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Now you probably don't want to be that extreme with it the way I'm demonstrating. You probably want to be more like, so you're just dropping your hand right on it there without pulling it away so much. And all I'm doing here is I'm strumming down, but my hand is landing on the strings right away so that they don't ring. Then we get to our next riff, which is in the 3rd bar, and it's kind of the same as the 1st bar, but we're adding our index finger on the 3rd fret of the E string. So we start sliding up into our riff, and we get this 4, 3, 4, 4, 3, 4, 4, 3, 4, 4, 3, 4, pull off to the 2nd fret on the G string. And then grabbing our E and A string open again. So it's, and then our D7 chord again. Yeah! And I got a bird to sing. And then this is back to our first one. So that we get in our bar 9, we have that same turnaround riff, or riff here, da 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 da. But instead of a pull off this time, it is the hammer on. So we got 0, 1, open right below it, and then we don't need to move our hand because all we're doing is grabbing this thing here. It's 1 and 2 and 3, 2 and 3, and then we get to bar 11, and bar 11 is really easy. Again, it's, if you really want to get technical, it's E7 for 2 beats and D7 for 2 beats. But all we're going to play is, we're going to give it a rest, then 3 on the E string, 3rd fret on the E string, open on the E string, and then 3 to 5 on the E string. So we get this. So yeah. Bar 12, we kind of have this pause. Now on the chart you're going to see an open E string here just for a full 2 beats. But another way to do that is sliding up to that 4th fret on the C string, because that's the same note, and we've been using that. So you'll see in when you watch the video of me performing it, you'll see that I use that a lot, and that's just because I can control the note. But either way is comfortable, so you get this pains in my heart, or pains in my heart, and it's taken my appetite. And we get it back into that turnaround from the front, which of course we did it like this to begin with. But if you're looking at the tab, what you're going to see are triplets. So we have this, then it's going to be 1. So you're plucking both, and then you're plucking 2 more on the A string. So it's kind of like this: 1 and so 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, which is the start of bar 14. So. And then the last thing is exactly like the previous turnaround, to slide up from 4 to 5 on the E string, and then immediately followed by a combination of the 4th fret on the E string, 3rd fret on the A, slid up that 1 fret to that, so 5 to 5-4. So, hey, I got stones in my passway, and my road seems dark at night. I got stones in my passway. Yes, my road seems dark at night, and I got pains in my heart, and it's taking my appetite. Yes, I got bird to whistle, I got a bird to sing, I got a bird to whistle, Lord, I got a bird to sing. And that woman I've been loving, Lord, she don't mean a thing. So I hope you've enjoyed that tutorial. Work on it over again. Don't forget to download the tab and play with it and have some fun. Thank you for joining me on another Tuesday tutorial. And I want to send a thank you out to all of my Patreon supporters for your support in these videos. If you haven't looked at Patreon yet, take a look at it. Follow the link below. It's a great community where you get to support the making of these videos, and in exchange you get all kinds of free tutorials on on opposite weeks, pardon me. What I mean to say is, this week is a free video that you see. Next week, when most people aren't seeing a video, my Patreon supporters are seeing a tutorial video just for them. That's what you get in exchange for your patronage and your support. Anyway, have yourself a great day, practice, and let's move beyond strumming basic chords. Thanks.